friends, I hope you're having an inspiring day. We are talking about fall essentials today. And we are not talking about the fall trends because there are so many cute ones. We are talking about the core wardrobe that I feel like you need in your closet. And I feel like this is always a really important sort of style philosophy that I go back to every season. I ask myself, what are the core 4 or 5 items of that season that I build my sort of outfits around. And these should be items that are very versatile, things that you can wear with multiple different occasions, whether it's dressy or casual. And I just feel like the most important is that they are pieces that you can invest in and wear year over year. I will also be sharing some outfit inspiration images on the side here so that you can kind of see how these fall wardrobe essentials can bring you through tons of different looks and tons of different outfits without really needing to get anything super over the top or super trendy. The first wardrobe essential we are going to be talking about is the fall basic classic t-shirt. I feel like fall is a strange season because you are layering, you're kind of confused whether it's going to be hot or it's going to be cold, and a classic t-shirt goes the extra mile when it comes to that layering style. In terms of what type of t-shirt, obviously my preference is a white tee if you really only had to have one, but I do recommend these 4 colors of t-shirts in general to have in your closet for the fall season. My preference right now is a fitted white t-shirt just because I feel like it really gives that elevated look when you've got a nice fitted white tee, especially with looser, wide leg bottoms, which is kind of where I feel like bottoms are going. But it also just looks more refined, more put together, and allows you to kind of dress it up a little bit easier than a looser white tee. The next is a gray tee. Gray, I feel like, is such a beautiful neutral for the fall season. I feel like it really gives you that comfortable, cozy sort of vibe. Obviously, other than a white t-shirt, I highly recommend a black one. I love an all black outfit. I feel like it just looks so chic, doesn't matter what you're wearing. So whether it's a black t-shirt tucked into a black pair of trousers, whether it's a black t-shirt tucked into a faux leather mini with a color, a black t-shirt kind of goes without saying. Again, you'll kind of see that my preferred style of t-shirt is this one. It's a fitted t-shirt, but this beige I feel like works so well with browns, works really well with, of course, beiges, blacks, things like that. But it just gives you a little bit of a warmer tone to work off of as a base layer if you're kind of trying to do something other than black and white. If you haven't heard me talk about it, my favorite t-shirts in general come from a company called Cuts. They make just the perfect t-shirt. They're really long lasting. I have way too many Cuts t-shirts probably now to count, but I find that a couple of things makes it really stand out. One is the thickness of the fabric, so because of that it holds its shape really well and it doesn't get flimsy in the wash. And if you have had white t-shirts in the past, I've definitely purchased so many of them and tested so many, you'll know that they lose their shape very easily. I've talked about the perfect white tee before and I've mentioned Cuts before, but if you haven't heard me talk about it, they are that. They're the t-shirt that you can wash, throw around, and they hold their shape and snap back really well. I will link all of the ones that I just showed you in the description box below, but my preferred one is a more fitted t-shirt, as I mentioned, and they just do it so well, both in a full-length t-shirt as well as a cropped version. And if you are looking for the perfect t-shirt, and 2 things that I think really make the Cuts t-shirts stand out is how thick their hems are, which is why it holds its shape. And the second is the fabric. So it's thick, but it's still got stretch to it. So it form fits to your body, but doesn't lose its shape and is not like uncomfortable. I don't know if there's an uncomfortable t-shirt. If there's an uncomfortable t-shirt, it should just go to the trash. And if you are interested in any of the Cuts t-shirts, I also have a discount code. It's MEL15. You can use that for 15% off of Cuts. The next fall wardrobe staple that we're going to be talking about today is the quintessential fall trench coat. So fall is a time of layering. It's also a time where we're transitioning into colder weather, and a trench coat is just the way to go. I feel like it is so important to have a good trench coat in your wardrobe. One, because it is just so versatile. You can wear a pretty frilly dress underneath here and it's a good jacket for it. You can wear athleisure like I'm wearing and it looks great on top of it. It's just the best jacket, coat, period, for the fall season. But in terms of a trench coat, there's a few things I look for. One is length. So I like a trench coat that's going to be long enough to kind of get to my mid-calf. And that just gives me a little bit more flexibility in terms of what I want to wear it with. It also just gives you a little bit more of a cool factor. And then the second thing that I look for when it comes to trench coats is getting one that's oversized or purposely buying one that is oversized. The reason for that is, again, layering. I like to put a lot of different like sweaters and things like that underneath, and you just want to make sure that you've got room in your trench coat for those layers if you need it. The next wardrobe essential we're going to talk about is the wide leg denim or wide leg pant. Doesn't matter, up to you. Just one pair of wide leg bottoms, period. I feel like these are definitely a little bit more trendy than the other items that I was talking about that are just, you know, timeless classics. But I feel like this can go really the extra mile for you. It's really versatile to dress up and dress down, wide leg pant looks. And in terms of colors, what I'd go for is either a black or a neutral color, but really a black trouser or a classic denim color or white. So neutrals or denim, I feel like, is how you want to go for a wide leg pant. And as I mentioned, I just feel like you can create so many different looks with this. Super versatile, and you know what? Go with the high-waisted action. I know that high-waisted is on its way out, but like, listen, I love my high-waisted things, and I just feel like wide leg pants look the best high-waisted. So high-waisted, wide leg pant, another wardrobe essential. Okay, hear me out on this. So this is definitely a casual look. It's specific to casual looks, but I feel like you could be wearing a very basic outfit, and as soon as you add on a black cap, it just automatically adds this sense of cool, chic factor to it. Now you can get a black cap that has like a sort of varsity logo on it or a vintage look to it, or you can get something that's a little bit more sport. But either way, I feel like a black cap just really elevates the cool factor of any casual outfit. Could be jeans and a t-shirt, you add a black cap, a trench coat, and it just looks so cool. I feel like black caps are really like underrated. I feel like they don't get the attention they deserve, but I feel like they are just such a cute fall essential. And a little hack for you, well, not a hack, but just a reality that if you're not having a good hair day or you just don't want to do your hair, which was literally me today, wearing a black cap is just the best way to kind of look put together on your head, but not really need to put yourself together. And the very last wardrobe essential I'm going to talk about is actually a category, or fabric rather, in general, and that is a faux leather piece or article of clothing. It doesn't have to be multiple. I clearly have a type, but it can just be one item. And I feel like one faux leather piece really does add that extra flavor. It can also pretty much be in any silhouette or any clothing item that you want. It doesn't need to be all your clothing items. As I mentioned, I clearly like faux leather, so I have quite a bit of it. But if you just have a pair of classic shorts or classic pants or classic Oxford in faux leather, it just can be worn so many different ways and automatically makes an outfit that is otherwise very classic, very basic, a little bit trendier, and have a little bit more flavor. So just adding that little pop of texture in the fabric of whatever it is that you have will give your classics wardrobe, timeless wardrobe, a little bit more spice and flair. Ironically, all of those pieces can be worn together as a little capsule wardrobe. We've got a little accessory, jacket moment, bottom moment, top moment, but I hope that helps you. This is at least the wardrobe essentials that I kind of base my entire wardrobe on. So even if I'm doing something a little bit crazier, a little bit more statement in one piece, I can always fall back on these wardrobe essentials if I have nothing to wear. And these 5 I feel like really just take me through the entire fall season. That is it for my little fall wardrobe essentials video this year. I feel like I made one last year as well. I didn't include include any footwear in this one, so let me know if you want a fall wardrobe essential footwear collection, because I feel like that's a whole other category on its own. But definitely let me know in the comments below if you want that, as well as what your fall wardrobe essential is, something that you can't live without. I honestly couldn't imagine my wardrobe without any of these things in it. I feel like they're just must-haves. I'd be lost. But I love to know yours, and if you like this video and like fall trend collection style videos like this, make sure to give it a big inspired thumbs up. And if you're new to the Inspired family, we would love it if you join us and subscribe. But with that, friends, I hope you have an inspiring rest of your day. Remember that kindness doesn't cost a thing, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!